Hi everyone, and welcome to my February empties. These are all the products that I used up in February, so let me go ahead and just get started with everything. First off, I have this body wash that is called Comfort. It's actually from CVS. It was extremely cheap. It was an okay body wash. It smelled like brown sugar, but it was a very faint smell. So even though it was comforting, it could have been a little bit stronger. But other than that, I have really no complaints about this product as a body wash in terms of performance. So there's that right over there. And hopefully you guys are able to see with my camera set up here. Okay, so next up, I have another kind of random product here. This is the Listerine Total Care Plus Whitening Mouthwash. This was extremely strong. It was painful to use, but I guess it did a good job, so I would consider repurchasing this again. Next up, I have this Yves Rocher Neroli perfumed shower gel. This actually was clear in appearance, and it did in fact smell like neroli. It smells exactly like their perfume with the same name, and I really enjoyed it quite a bit. The only problem was that even though the scent was pretty strong, I didn't smell it after about 30 seconds any longer. So I don't know if it was I was fatigued, my nose was getting fatigued from it, but or if it's just the scent itself. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be repurchasing this, especially since it costs $25, which I think is a bit of a ridiculous price for 200 milliliters of a shower gel. So there was that. Next up, I'm tossing this product. This is Sally Hansen Salon Airbrush Legs, the leg makeup thing. This is one of those sprays that is supposed to look like you're wearing pantyhose. This is pretty much almost full, and I've had it for about 4 years now. I think they've changed this packaging, so I don't see myself using it any longer. The few times that I have used it in the summer, I just find that it looks very unnatural on my skin in particular. So I know this works for many people, but unfortunately it doesn't for me. So that's going to be something I'm getting rid of because I'm simply not using it. I finished up this L'Oreal Paris Color Vibrancy Dual Protect Spray. This was actually a dual phase, like an oil phase and a watery layer to it, and I enjoyed using it. A little bit went a long way with this because it did have an oilless part of it, so I didn't want to overspray with this, so it wasn't the lightest that it could be, but I did enjoy using this, and I would consider repurchasing this if L'Oreal were to all of a sudden become a cruelty-free brand. But I don't see this happening anytime soon, so yeah, probably not going to be purchasing this again. Okay, I have another purchase from Yves Rocher, another empty, and this is the Jardin du Monde line of shower gels, and this is in the violet rice shower gel, and this had a very soothing scent to it. It was just very milky and very warming and comforting, so I did really enjoy this shower gel, and in fact I ordered a few more types of shower gels from this Jardin du Monde line that Yves Rocher carries, so I look forward to trying those out. The only thing with these products, and it's probably me as well, is that I do use up shower gels very quickly because I enjoy a nice lather, I guess. So okay, so I'm moving my coffee cup out of the way here so I don't hit it with my bracelet again. Okay, let's continue on with a body lotion from Bath and Body Works. This is Moonlight Path. This was an amazing lotion, and it was amazing because of the scent. I really, really enjoy the scent. It smelled like a classic perfume. I have read somewhere on a blog that this scent, and Bath and Body Works also has a perfume, or I guess eau de toilette or cologne of this scent. And I've read that this scent, someone mentioned that to them it smells like reminiscent of Chanel No. 5. I'm not quite sure about that. I don't own Chanel No. 5, and from what I remember of it, I really couldn't comment on that, but I can say that this scent is really divine. It smells like a classic perfume, just very very deep, and just very I don't want to say comforting, because it was actually kind of invigorating, even though it doesn't have any kind of citrusy or any kind of more modern notes of perfumes. But it's like a classic perfume scent, and that's really as far as I can go with describing this scent. But I really, really enjoyed this, so I would consider repurchasing this, and if they carry it as a perfume and if I see it around, I would probably purchase that. I finally finished up this product that I've had for a while. This is the oil-free acne wash daily scrub. This has been in my shower for a couple of years now. I enjoyed the scrub very, very much. I think it worked wonderfully as a kind of a physical scrub. I can't comment on whether it prevented acne or treated anything, but I enjoyed it a lot. When I wanted to enjoy a nice scrub or scrub my face or anything like that, this did a good job. So there's that. Let me put it right over there. Okay, I finished up this hand lotion. This is 100% pure brand, and it is in the French lavender, and it's in fact called a hand buttercream. This is a 100% natural, vegan, cruelty-free product that I received in my Petit Vour box. The smell was incredible. The lavender smelled very natural. It was just really, really lovely. It did feel moisturizing, but not good enough for my hands. I mean, it only moisturized for about 5-10 minutes, and then I had to reapply again, especially since it is winter time, and I do work in a hospital, and I work with patients, so I have to wash my hands constantly and use a lot of hand sanitizer. So it did not really perform as well as I had wanted it to. So for that reason, I probably won't be purchasing this, especially not in the winter. So there is that one. So speaking of hand creams that did work on me, this is the Ultimate Gold Bond Healing with Aloe. This was amazing. This is just the travel size of their lotion, and I did buy the full size one. This is a very thick, very, very healing, wonderful lotion, and this one did work on my dry hands and really, really did moisturize, and it kept my hands moisturized for a very long period of time. And in fact, I could actually say that it healed my hands, because my hands were really starting to crack even though I was using lotion very regularly. This one lotion did really work. So there is that one. I also used up this petroleum jelly. This has been with me for the past 5 years, and this is also for very, very dry spots. And of course it has multiple uses, like if you're wearing new shoes that could end up causing any abrasions on your feet. This could work as a preventative measure for that. And it just has multiple beauty uses, but I used it for very, very dry areas in the winter, and that worked very, very nicely. Okay, let me move this right over here. Okay, I used up another product that came in my Petit Vour a couple of months ago. This is the Blissoma Pure Solutions Soothing Complex. Let me open this up and show you. I kept the box, I don't know why. but let me just show you how the product inside looks. It just comes into this a nice glass jar with a fun dropper over there. I use this whole thing up. I used it as a lotion all over my face, as an evening or night lotion. I used it under the eyes as well with no problems at all. This smelled wonderful, like a soothing honey, natural, beautiful. It soaked in very quickly into my skin. It got absorbed very quickly. It really caused absolutely no problems, no issues, and I enjoyed it very, very much. Highly moisturizing. Can't speak to as to its soothing properties if the skin is irritated, because my skin is not sensitive. But in terms of moisturization, all over the face, including eye area, this was absolutely fantastic. So I would probably purchase the full size if I see it, if I come across it again. So there's that. Let me put them next to each other over there. Okay. 2 products from Birchbox. I have the Neil George shampoo and conditioner. What can I say about this? It smelled lovely. It worked like you would expect any regular shampoo and conditioner. I didn't notice any kind of tremendous impact from the couple of uses that I was able to use these products. So it was okay. So let me place these over here. Next up, I used up this Dr. Bronner's Magic Soap. This is the Pure Castillo soap, the one that is unscented, and it's safe for babies. So this is wonderful, and it lasts a very, very long time. I recommend this soap 100% to anyone, really. And if it's good enough for a baby, then it is good enough for anyone who has sensitive skin, in my opinion. Okay, a honey mask that I used up. This is the Hey Honey mask. This is the right side. Hey Honey, Take It Off Exfoliating Honey Peel Off Mask. This actually worked. I've tried peel off masks before that were an absolute mess on my face. This one actually does come off in more or less one layer, and when it comes off, I actually felt it like taking off like grime and dead skin from my skin. It didn't hurt or anything, but it did really feel like it's pulling off stuff, and I could actually see it because it is a clear mask, so you can actually see all the grime and stuff on the other side. It is quite an experience, so I do recommend anyone to try this mask off. It was really, really interesting to use. Next up, let me show you a makeup product. Not fully finished off, but this is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. This is about how much I have left, but this layer over here is so hard to access. It's kind of dried and oxidized that my brush, even though it's not the finest brush, can't really get to it. And in the past I would have said to keep going and repress it and keep going with this product, but now my philosophy is, why waste my time with repressing an old thing that I don't even care that much about when I have so many bronzers in my collection that I want to get to? So I just decided, you know what, let me break my own antiquated rule about using up every last drop of products that I don't quite care about, and they're getting very difficult to use up and not user-friendly. So I decided I'm just going to get rid of it. So I don't feel guilty about that any longer. So there's that. I'm also getting rid of this Great Lash Clear Mascara that I used as a brow setting gel because I don't find that it works very well for my brows. In fact, when I apply it, it kind of alters the shape of my brows, and it makes it look like my brows are not as full as they could be. So I don't think this product works for everyone in terms of brow gel uses. So I'm about halfway done with this, and it's getting a little bit old and grimy, so getting rid of that one. I also used up this First Aid Beauty face cleanser. This came as a free sample from Sephora, and I did enjoy this very much. I can't really say anything besides that it was a fine cleanser. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I would purchase myself a full size of this, but it was okay while it lasted. So there's that one. Okay. Let me keep on going with another deluxe sample that came with Sephora. This is the Josie Marin Argan Cleansing Oil. This was a nice, kind of a watery oil, if that makes any sense at all. It was very, very light, and it wasn't very heavy, so it was very moisturizing, but not so oily that you couldn't wash it off of your face, if that makes any sense. So I did enjoy it. Don't know if I would purchase the full size though. This is the Algenist Eye Cream. This is the Complete Renewal Balm for the eyes. This also came free with a Sephora order. I think it was part of a bag of deluxe samples from Sephora. It was a very, very generous sample, as you can see. Let me open this up for you. There was quite a lot of eye cream in here, so I did enjoy this quite a bit, and thank you, Sephora, for being so generous. Here's a Tarte mascara, a deluxe sample. This is a Lights Camera Lashes mascara from Tarte, and this came in my, I believe, Ipsy bag, and I did enjoy this very, very much. Oh, let me show you the brush. There's the brush. Not too big, not too small, just perfect for me. I tend not to like wands that are too thick because I do have smaller eyes and I find them more uncomfortable to use. Alright, so I do have quite a bit of perfume samples, so get ready, guys. This one is Amore by Vince Camuto. This one was a free sample from that came with a Macy's purchase that I did. What can I say about this? It's a floral. It has a little bit of depth to it, but it's nothing really of note to my taste. That's about all I can say about this. Really not memorable, and really not something that I would name Amore, because I find it to be kind of a simple daytime perfume, maybe a daytime in the winter or fall, but I didn't find it to be very sensual. So that's all I can say about this, guys. Nothing of note, in my opinion. Next up, I received this sample from Sephora. This is Dolce by Dolce & Gabbana. The name Dolce, I expected it to smell sweet, maybe gourmand, or maybe those were my hopes that were not quite realized. This was a light floral. This smells like every other new release perfume that came in the last 5 years. If you like things like Marc Jacobs Daisy, or just all the new floral fresh perfumes that are coming out, you might really enjoy this. It's a very, very light, simple daytime. I think anybody could pull it off. I think this appeals more to a younger crowd, like 20s, 30s. My personal taste in perfume, if you've watched my other videos, you may have kind of gotten a hint that I like more classic style perfumes, more musky, more deep, leathery perfumes, and I do like gourmands as well. Very, very deep, multi-layered perfumes. Even though these other new perfumes do claim to have multiple layers, I really find them to be very unidimensional and just not really notable in my book. But that being said, you may really enjoy this. So I apologize that if this is one of your favorite perfumes, and I'm not trying to knock it or anything. So let me go really quick because my camera will die pretty soon. Okay, another perfume. This is Joya I believe, #1 perfume. This one came with my Ipsy bag, and this smelled like grape soda. It really just smelled like either grape juice or grape soda. This is exactly what it smelled like, and I smelled nothing but grape soda. And you can make your own judgments as to whether that's a good thing or not. Next up, I have a Dolce & Gabbana The One sample. I enjoyed it. It smelled like other Dolce & Gabbana perfumes, like the reformulated Dolce & Gabbana Pour Femme. It reminded me a bit of that. I enjoyed it, but it didn't impress me enough to want me to buy a full size of that. Next up, Daisy by Marc Jacobs. Oh, why did they have to send me another sample of this? Oh, this, guys, and I'm sorry to be whining about this, but this is my least favorite perfume of all time. To me, this smells like, at best, lemon-scented toilet bowl cleaner, and at worst, it smells like urine. I am so sorry because this perfume has a cult following, so please don't take my review as, if you've never smelled this, don't let this prevent you from trying this out, because a lot of people absolutely adore this. To them, it smells fresh and wonderful and citrusy. To me, it's just, it's not good. So that's all I'm going to say. Velvet Orchid by Tom Ford. This smells like someone who got intoxicated the night before, drank a lot of booze and spilled it on their shirt, and they happened to be wearing perfume the night before, so there's a little bit of perfume, but it's mixed up with booze. So it's a very boozy and just quite disappointing fragrance. This is exactly what it smells like to me. It's like someone who got drunk last night when they went clubbing and they spilled a bunch on their shirt. Not a Perfume by Juliet Has a Gun. This one came with my Birchbox. I already mentioned that I think this is quite a rip-off for a perfume because it only has one note in it, that it's a background note in many perfumes, and the fact that they took one note that they probably purchased for a very, very cheap price, and they just slapped a label on it and then were marketing it for $100 is a bit of a rip-off in my book. Prada Candy Floral. It's a floral that is completely unremarkable. I have a little bit left here, so well, it won't spray any longer, but I can just tell you from my memory that it is unremarkable. It's just a floral. It's a simple daytime floral that didn't quite impress me. The English Laundry scent for Her. This was very, very sugary sweet, and it didn't really quite impress me. English Laundry scents, I smelled the men's version, and they smell very similar and just not really impressive. This came with Birchbox, by the way. I finished up this Lord & Berry pencil that was glittery. It had like, well, I can't even open it any longer, but it just, it's a black with glitters in it. It was really nothing of note. So there's that. The Tory Burch sample perfume. This is the perfume that she's coming up with. Really absolutely nothing innovative, nothing special. Just some pink pepper and some florals and some fresh notes. If you like the new release perfumes that are coming out now, you will probably enjoy this, but this is not for me. And finally, 2 samples, and then I promise this long video is over. This is the Lancôme Genifique Youth Activating Concentrate. I used this once or twice, and I didn't notice anything. But again, this is probably from the fact that it's a very, very small sachet. And I have the Be Kind shampoo that came in Birchbox. This smelled really fresh, citrusy, and maybe a bit honey. Let me see if I don't know what the scent is supposed to be, but I wasn't really that impressed with it. I noticed that my scalp was itching after 2 times of using this shampoo, so maybe this is not quite agreeable to my personal hair or head. So there's that. I hope this video was okay. I'm filming this during a very busy work week, so I'm sorry if I'm a little bit out of it. Struggling to find time because my work schedule is quite tough, and I only get 2 days off every 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm trying to adjust to that. So I'm just doing as much as I can with updating you guys on my empties and on my you know, project pans and all that kind of stuff. So this is all I used up in February. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this video, and I hope it was somewhat enjoyable, and I apologize for being so tired. I know that probably showed in my video, but thank you again for watching, and have a wonderful day.